Hi Stampers, this is Susan Campfield with SueStampfield.com. I'm back again to share with you the second video on our cute little Eye of Newt treat holder. And in this video we're going to talk about how I made the upper portion of our treat holder. The first video talks about the lower portion and our eyes of Newt. So let's talk about the top. I used a cute stamp set from Stampin' Up! From the holiday catalog called Toil and Trouble. And that's where this saying from Shakespeare's Macbeth comes from. And then I stamped it on my black cardstock. First I put down some embossing buddy to get rid of any stickiness on the paper. Then I stamped the image in Versamark ink and embossed it with the Wild Wasabi embossing powder. Now, when you're using a colored embossing powder on black cardstock, it is difficult to get every fleck of color off of there. You can see a few splatters here. But on this particular project, I decided that it was just bubbles from the cauldron popping up, so those splatters can kind of work with this project quite well. Just as long as you can read the words, you're good to go. So then I cut out my image with the Apothecary Arts framelits, which you can see are made to perfectly match that image. So I cut that out, and then I cleaned my stamp and I inked it up in our Stays On jet black ink, and I stamped it on Whisper White cardstock. I wanted to get the Eye of Newt sort of highlighted on my project, so that's why I stamped it a second time, and then I just took my paper snips and cut that out. So that's the upper portion, the tombstone, if you will, of our project. And then let me talk to you really quickly on how I did the bat. So the bat is the owl punch, once again, doing double duty, triple duty. Love this punch. And what I did is I punched it out in black, and then I did the eyes. Let me show you how I did the eyes. So here are the eyes on our punch, and this is how I like to do the eyes. I go in and I punch out the pupils first. Get lots of bonus pieces here. And then I go back in with my punch and I stamp right over where I punched those pupils out. Hold it down here so they don't go flying so you can see them. So then you've got, once you place them on the black, those pupils show up. Now he's kind of crazy right here. We're going to push him together so that he looks a little more, well, with the pupils going, you can make all sorts, you can make them cross-eyed, whatever. So then you've got your eyes without having to take a little piece like this in black and try to glue that on. That's really tricky. So I used the two-way glue pen to attach those, and then let me talk to you about how I did the wing. The wing actually comes from our beautiful butterfly die. So I cut out this butterfly shape in black, and then I cut it in half. If you don't cut it in half, your wings are not going to stick out enough from your bat, and they're going to be hard to see. So I cut the butterfly in half, and then I needed to make these scallop shapes here. So to make the scallops, I used the 1/2-inch punch, and I just went in, found the tip of my wing and punched that out, and then proceeded on down. There is a little practice involved with getting this just how you want it, so my tip for you would be to cut a couple extra butterflies to practice on. It took me 2 times to see where I wanted those, and then once I had that I was able to mass produce my butterfly wings, or my bat wings, excuse me. And then I just attach those to the project with a glue dot, and then I attach the entire owl to the back of the project with a dimensional. So that is how that is going to go together. Please check out the first video that talks about the lower portion if you want to learn how to make that. And have a lot of fun creating fun, cute things for Halloween this year. Happy stamping!